Hey guys, Prince of Macedon here, and we are going to do a birthday battle for Alexander the Great, who was born in 356 BC, probably July 20. I missed yesterday because I had a lot of things to do yesterday. Anyways, this is a weird battle, just a random battle. Haven't played Rome Total War in a few months, so I just jumped into the first game I saw. This one is 33k denarii, and the rules were CWB apparently. So I went with 6 cataphracts, 2 companions, 6 silver shield legionaries, and 6 silver shield pikes. And my opponent is going to go really light on his cav force, as you'll see. But yeah, every year I always try to do a battle in honor of Alexander the Great. And I hadn't played in months, but I knew I had to play Rome Total War again just for his birthday. At least. But I am covering some battles of that renewal tournament, and I'll try to show those when I can. Right now I am very pleased to be playing my Imperator Rome campaign. I'm playing as Etruria, who are the Etruscans. But anyways, yesterday on July 20, the reason why I couldn't do a video yesterday, I was really busy. We did the Four Oceans cleanup at Clearwater Beach. You can watch my other channel to see what we did. It's a very short video, and also watched The Lion King yesterday, and saw the Pacquiao fight. So did a lot of things on Alexander the Great's birthday, and we even watched about an hour of the Richard Burton Alexander the Great movie, which is extremely theatrical. But the dialogue in that movie is amazing. But anyways, here is the start of the battle. I want to tell you, this commentary is not live. I did not record the commentary live for this one, so I already know what happens. But yeah, I'm not actually playing right now. This is I recorded the gameplay though when I was playing it. But yeah, I went with these Seleucids, who are Hellenistic, so they belong in the realm of Alexander the Great. So I wasn't, playing too crazy here. I was just kind of moving my guys around the battlefield. And my opponents can have a pretty, it's a fun army, I guess, but it's so heavy on infantry and extremely light on cav. I think he only has like 2 cav squadrons, I think. And then he put money into archers, which at 33k, I guess you can get away with. No, you really shouldn't be using that. Honestly, I don't know. I don't really play big money battles. But with Rome Total War recently, I feel like games are either passworded or they're all big money battles nowadays. So it's been hard. And as a result, I have been very content with playing Imperator Rome whenever I can, because whenever I play Imperator Rome, there's always going to be a game ready. But with Rome, I put on Rome, I'll sit in the lobby for like 30 minutes to an hour, and there'll be no games happening. I'll just be chilling with my pizza rolls, watching TV, and then there's no game, so I just turn off the game, and then I'll come back later on and play Imperator Rome. That is the state of affairs for Rome Total War for me. It's just been extremely hard playing games, or extremely hard finding games. And you guys know me, I don't do big money battles. So yeah, you can see my opponent's army. He's got those archer auxiliaries, about 6 of them. He's got a bunch of urban cohorts, and he got a lot of triarii, which I guess it's okay because I have a lot of cav. So problem with triarii, it's strong against cav units, but it's a passive unit. They can't actively seek and destroy my cav unless I'm not watching. So having the mobility advantage gives me a lot of tactical advantages over someone who has to use more, passive units like triarii. But anyways, I see he has that huge line of archer auxilia. I don't really think they're a good unit at big money, but they're definitely strong if you sit there and let them shoot at you. So I was gonna try a fun move. I was just gonna, move up my legionaries in Testudo. You guys know I don't really use Testudo. I thought I'd just have some fun with it though. But he's got a pretty compact formation. But I've got a lot of cataphracts and those 2 companions, which even though I have really crap infantry compared to his, my infantry can still hold him down long enough for my cav to, you know, make a difference and justify their presence. So yeah, I was moving up my guys in Testudo, and I was like, man, these guys are walking way too slow in Testudo. So that took him out. So I'm gonna inch up my legionaries a little bit more. So he's actually in range of my guys now. So he's shooting at my Testudo, my first Testudo there, and I haven't lost any men yet from it. So I'm gonna move up another unit in the hopes that, you know, maybe he won't even care that his archers are shooting. He might waste his ammo on my Testudo, but he's eventually gonna stop targeting my Testudo when he sees that it's not doing anything. And then he's gonna, he's gonna target my Silver Shield Legionaries, who have very small shields and less anti-missile protection. So at least he noticed that, because that would have been funny if he just kept shooting at the front of my Testudo. But yeah, I even, you know, I looked at my opponent's in the tall grass area using the mouse zoom, and he had no hidden units there. But I thought maybe he hid the rest of his cav force, but he did not. He's just gonna play a very passive game using mainly infantry. But yeah, you can see he is now switching targets, and he is now targeting my pike force, because they cannot protect themselves as well against the arrows. And then I'm gonna swing my cav to the wings of my infantry, or my opponent's infantry force. So the fear is that his infantry will just plow right through my infantry, and then I'll have to fight the battle with just cav, and that'd be kind of hard. But as long as I have an infantry force to hold his guys in place, then yeah, my combined approach will defeat his infantry-centric army. But yeah, I am losing a lot of pikemen in my phalanx there, as you can see. They start off at about 120, and some of them have lost 18 men already. Some 16, some 19. So obviously, I don't want to just stay here. You kind of want to move up, but you know, the first reaction would be just, you know, rush forward and attack. I could have done that too, but I like to not always do the same moves over and over. So I see his infantry coming, and you know, you could kind of expect an infantry rush, but I wasn't sure what my opponent was going to do, so I'm going to move up my legionaries and try to shoot his archers with my Pila, or at least the Silver Shield equivalent of Pila. And then at the same time I can move up my phalanx force, because he's no longer shooting right now as his men run backwards. And then I get really sloppy here because, you know, again, I haven't played in, what, a few months. So I'm actually going to get some of my guys into loose formation. I want to exchange missile fire with his legionaries, but he's not going to just sit there and take it. He's actually going to come forward, so here I am. I'm like, oh, gotta go back. I'll just get with my phalanx. So at the same time, he is, I believe he's tossing Pila. It doesn't look like it though. And I don't have my, okay, yeah, I think he's tossing Pila at my left unit right there. But yeah, I'm gonna swing my cav to the edges here and just make it harder for my opponent to see everything. And he's gonna come forward, so I'm gonna get my phalanx. I'm gonna get their services down. So if he does come forward, you know, I can't hold his urbans indefinitely, but I can at least hold them for, you know, for like a minute or so. Eventually the urbans will break right through him. But it definitely would have been better if you tried to go around my phalanx. You know, hit my guys at an angle instead of, you know, just going right at the front like this. So he has put his archers in the middle of his infantry and cav. I guess in the fear that I might come in from behind and just run right through him, which I could have done. But his Triarii were there too, so it wouldn't have been that easy of a mission if I sent my Cataphracts to do that. So my opponent makes this really clumsy assault right into the front of my Sarissus here. So I knew pretty much I was going to take this battle. But yeah, I mean, if he's going to hold one of my guys in place, that's fine. Then he should have sent the other guys around my dudes. Like even though I have more infantry than him, his quality is way better than mine. So I think he should have tried to outmaneuver my infantry. All right, so he's gonna reinforce his his left side, which is my right side. Now I am taking on some Triarii here, whose specialty is anti-cav. So I need to get my other cav that's on the left there, my Cataphracts, and try to assist my companions, or my Cataphracts and companions. So I got some guys coming into wedge formation, coming down to hit the backs of those guys. He's gonna try to pull some guys out. He sees a charge coming. And then right smack into his archer auxilia, looks like. And that's going to start causing a little rout amongst his ranks here. I'm going to keep, pushing at it with my Cataphracts. But, this isn't the ideal situation to have my guys in an extended melee fight like this. Maybe a quick in and out, get the charges in. But my guy still carried maces though, so that's a strong weapon against, like, say, Urbans. But I wanted my charge to just obliterate his Triarii in the first go. They held on for a little bit, but they are starting to break right now. So on the right flank here, I am victorious. And then I can take my cav and then run to the back where his archers are. And I'm gonna do that. But again, I'm playing pretty sloppy here. I haven't played in months. But a lot of this, it's just having fun. I haven't played in a while. Ooh. It's me. I'm always yawning in my videos. I'm not bored. I'm just really tired. But yeah, he had to put his archers into melee. That was his decision to try to protect his archers, was to just have him attack my Cataphracts. But I accepted the charges, and I'm gonna descend my Cataphracts into his archers. And then obviously his archers aren't gonna last too long, but they did manage to kill some of my Cataphracts, at the very least. But it's all pretty much downhill from here. So it's just a matter of cleanup, really. But a good game to my opponent. Like, I was really lucky to find a game. Usually I'm in the lobby for like an hour before I just give up. But this time, this guy had a game up, so I just joined it. Why not? But yeah, July 20, 356 BC, the birth, or probably the birth of Alexander the Great. Alexander III of Macedon, my favorite military commander of all time. And if you guys have not seen the Richard Burton Alexander the Great, it's pretty cheesy and over the top, like over dramatic, because the acting back then was extremely theatrical. It's still a great thing to see. The dialogue is pretty awesome in that movie. Like, I kind of wish the guy who wrote that, which I don't think he's around anymore, I wish he did the dialogue for the Oliver Stone Alexander movie. Because that dialogue, there's a lot of details, like historical details in what they were saying. So I wish the Oliver Stone version had that level of detail in the script. But I think that movie was made in, oh shoot, I want to say 55 or maybe the 60s. I think it's 55 though. So the costumes are pretty bad. The budget kind of limited, but it did have a lot of extras in it, so that's pretty cool. And then the acting style will definitely turn a lot of people off who aren't used to that